Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is your professor, Professor Omotajo, and I'm making this video today to kind of show you uh, a couple of things. One, I want to tell you about some changes that I've made due to the unfortunate circumstances we found ourselves with the virus, and also to kind of show you how to navigate the resources you have on my math lab. And so I hope that at the end of this video, you all have a pretty good idea of how this class would continue. Okay, so first, let me, because a couple of people have sent me emails, and I apologize for not making this video earlier. A couple of you guys sent me an email about, what's going to happen, how we're going to do this class. So first, let me calm your minds by telling you what this class would look like for the remainder of the semester before we actually talk about the other stuff. Okay, so first, as you know, normally we have homework that counts towards your grades, we have exams that count towards your grades, and we have uh, the lab class O232 that counts towards your O232 grade, and we have class activities and final exam. Now, because of what has happened, we still have homework, and we only have chapter 8 homework left. Okay, that's the only homework I was going to assign, anyways, and it's already been assigned. Now, that chapter is not as easy. For some of you guys, you may find it pretty easy. Some of you guys may find it not as easy. And with the fact that I'm not going to be here face to face with you guys, telling you, working you through how to solve the problems in that chapter, I have decided that that chapter would not affect your overall grade. So it's going to be for practice only. So work on it as much as you need to work on it. The exam 3 will be based on that chapter. So I've posted the exam 3 review. It's an electronic review. Let me show you how to get it. So right here you see assignments. When you click on that, um, you scroll to the very bottom and it says exam 3 review. Okay. You click on it. It tells you here there's 0 of unlimited attempts, so which means you can practice this review as much as you want. There are 20 questions on this review, and so there will be 20 questions as well on the actual exam 3. Now, this is not so much like the in-class exams that we normally have where I give you 25 questions and say, hey, answer only 20. I cannot do that on this because it's electronic. So you would have to answer all the questions, but still 20 questions, just like the exam review is 20 questions. And the other thing is, in the face-to-face class, when in the classroom, the order of my review questions are the same as the order of the actual exams. Well, in this case, the questions would be kind of mixed up. So question 1 on the review may end up being question 5 on the exam. But the questions on the exams are much more similar to the review than what you would normally see in my exams in face-to-face class. Literally, the only things that will change is the numbers, and they're going to change very slightly. It's not going to be like, oh, on the review you see a number like 5, and then on the exam I give you like 582. Okay, it's not going to be a drastic change in numbers. It's going to be very similar, but not exactly the same at the same time. So once you practice this exam review, you can succeed on your actual exam very easily, more than you would in the face-to-face setting, which is a good thing. The other thing is, let's see. So there are 20 questions, and here's the thing. So with the exam review, you look at it, your first attempt, you look at it, you see what questions you find there, and you can use those questions to kind of determine what chapters or what section of chapter 8 you need to study. So if you take the first attempt and whatever questions you get wrong at the end of that attempt, you can review each attempt, and then you can look at the questions you got wrong and then see what the right answer is, and then you can go back to your homework and practice the section that pertains to the problems you struggle in. So your homework is more of a practice tool than it's not a grade. I'm not gonna grade your homework. It's gonna be for you to use to practice so that you can succeed on the actual exam. So use the exam review alongside with your homework to practice towards your exam. Okay. And that being said, I want to clarify that even though chapter 8 is no longer going to count towards your homework, the previous chapters we've covered in class would count towards your grade, right? So chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3, which we covered in class, that's your homework grade. Okay, so if you've not been doing your homework before now, go back to your past homework and try to finish them up. Okay, so I'm going to take that off. I'm going to make sure the chapter 8 does not count towards your homework. So that's one thing. Now, the next thing is, and pretty much after exam 3, we're done. Okay, this is the last chapter we're going to do. And for the exam 3, there will be 3 attempts. There'll be 3 attempts on exam 3. So if you take the actual exam the first time and you don't do well, don't freak out. You can review your exam just like you can review the exam review. Look at the questions you did wrong on the first attempt of the exam and go back again and study them. It's the questions you struggle on the first attempt would probably be the same kind of problems you struggled on the exam review. So it's a pointer to tell you, hey, go back to this set of problems on the homework, or go back to your textbook or whatever resources, which I'm going to show you later on in this video. But you go back to these resources and you study on that section that you're struggling in before you take the second attempt on the exam. And after the second attempt, hopefully you do much better. And if you still want to take the third attempt to do even much better, you can always review each attempt. At the end of your third attempt, that's it. Okay, there's no, oh, please, professor, can I have a fourth attempt? No, there's no fourth attempt. And I think I'm being generous enough to give you 3 attempts. So please make sure that you don't take all these attempts all in a row without studying. Study in between your attempts to make sure you're getting better grades. And then the other thing I was going to mention is, I almost skip my mind right now. Oh, let's see. So I've talked about the number of attempts. Yes, now I remember. So I'm going to be posting the exam 3 on April 1st, just like the calendar says. So on April 1st, you're going to see exam 3 and you can start taking it. Well, actually, maybe I'll post it today. Okay, today is Monday. I'm making this video on Monday. I'm going to post it right after shooting this video because I want you to have an idea. Some of you guys may be already be ready to take the exam, but please don't rush into it. Take your time. And what I really want to mention is the exam is not going to be due. It's not going to close until the end of the semester. So once I post the exam 3 today, you can take it anytime this month, which is almost ending, or anytime in April or May. Okay, go at your own pace. No one is going to rush you at this point, right? So study hard and be comfortable. Take the first attempt. Take your time before you take the second attempt. I want you guys to succeed, and I don't want you to rush. So as soon as the exam 3 is posted, you have any time between between then and the end of the semester to take the exam 3. And so everyone's going to work at different pace, and it's okay. The next thing I was going to talk about is um, I have two things I could do with regards to the exam review to even help you guys. Okay. Um, Let me see. Oh, actually, never mind. Sorry. My mind is crazy right now. I had to make this video without a script. But yes, I think we're good in terms of the exams. Let me show you where the resources are on my math lab. So if you wanted to watch a video of a particular section instead of doing the homework, some people may want to watch a video and not go through the homework for practice. You can use the video as a lecture, and then you go into your exam review to practice questions on the exam review. But I think it's better to still do the homework because you never know how things will look like. So here you go to multimedia library. That's where I normally get my PowerPoints from. Let's say you want to study chapter 8. That's where we are. And we talked about percent sales tax and discounts before COVID 2019 or COVID 19 or whatever they call it. There's no such thing as income tax in our curriculum, so we're not going to be doing income tax. The next thing would be simple interest, right? So click on simple interest and you select whatever media you want. So if you want a video, we use that and you click find now. Then you can select uh, this video here, which is your objectives, or you can select all of this and watch them one at a time. Um, that's pretty much that. Okay. And then if you want a different section, you can select a different section and look at it. Okay. Um, Now, even with this may not, some of you guys, you may not be used to, like learning by yourself, watching a video without an instructor there for you. Some of you, I think one person already sent me an email about, they watch these videos, but it still doesn't look like the way I would have taught this class. I understand that you guys want me to actually physically be in a video and teach each chapter. I would love to, but there's just so much going on, craziness going on right now. I'm in the middle of moving from my current place to a new place, and alongside, there's all kinds of restrictions, all kinds of limitations in town right now. So I don't want to make any promises that I'm going to shoot an extra video apart from the ones that are already here. But I'm certainly looking at uh, making either a video for the exam 3 review where I look at each problem on the exam review and I walk you through how to solve those problems. And I think that would be much more better than going over the homework problems individually because that's too many sections to teach. Uh, Making a video on. So I'm leaning towards just making a video on how to solve the exam review. And so when you watch that video, you practice watch how I solve those problems on the exam review, and that kind of helped you a lot with how to solve the actual exams. So that's where my head is. And if I'm not able to do the video on that, what I would do is solve those problems on paper and then post it. And it's gonna say something like, let me see. I'm gonna put it somewhere here and say exam 3 review solutions or something like that. So either that or I'll make a video. A video may be much more helpful, or paper may be much more. I don't know. That's where I'm leaning towards. So definitely this week I'm going to do one of those two. I can't promise which one as of now, but I'm going to do definitely one of those two things. I'm going to either shoot a video or I'm going to write on paper and scan and post that paper on my math lab where you can see it. That, and I think that's going to really be helpful. I want you guys to succeed. I know we're all going through a lot, but it is what it is. We never asked for this. Some of you guys may be struggling with, the basic needs, and I don't want this to be added stress to that, to what you already are going through. So I'm trying to make sure everything is simplified for you guys. So homework is practice only. Exam reviews, I'm going to post the videos, and that would help you tremendously with the exam. Or if I'm not able to post the videos, then I'll post something on paper. But video would be, I think, in my opinion, the best, because you can hear my voice. I can explain versus just write. That's what I would love to do. But if I don't have the with all the craziness going on, if I don't have the opportunity to do so, then I'm definitely going to do paper. And I'm going to do one of those two this week, which is the end of March, the week of the end of March / the beginning of April. So this coming week, this week we're in, is when I'm going to post something about the exam 3 review. Okay, so this video is just an overview of what the remainder of this class will look like. Now, also, the final exam review will be posted this week as well. I want to post everything this week. I'm going to post the exam 3 review, final exam review rather, but I'm not going to post the final exam this week. Okay, it's just the final exam review. So don't worry about the final exam review. Worry about the exam 3 review first, and look out for my next video on exam 3 solutions, or an email about the paper solution, and that's it. That's it, basically. For your lab class, and again, the whole purpose of the lab in the first place was to help you succeed in the original class. So at this point, no one's going to fail the lab, because there's no way. I mean, right now, if you need the lab class, the quizzes in the lab class to help you, by all means, go for it. But even if you don't do those quizzes, do what is best for you, as long as you do the exam 3 review and you practice that and you get it, or you watch my video and you get it, or you watch the video on my math lab, which is right here. Watch the video here and it helps you, or my video, it helps you, or the paper solution that I post and it helps you. As long as you feel good at the end of the day that you get what exam 3 is about, then that's all that matters. You pass exam 3, then you don't have to worry about the lab portion. So the lab portion will be an extra support. For now, I think it's the last resort. I don't think anyone should busy themselves with the lab, because right now there are more helpful things, such as this video, and you can even use this PowerPoints or multimedia textbook to get more information about the chapter. So that's it. That's it. I don't want to spend too much time on this video. So I'm also going to send you an email. I want you guys to subscribe to this channel and click the bell notification icon to get notified whenever my next video comes up. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be anytime this week. I don't know for sure when it's going to be. But please subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. All right. So bye.